Whoa! Look at that! This is a big fish. Oh my God! For his entire life, Jared Ing, now the 15-year-old son of my show's producer, grew up in the outdoor traditions set before him by both sides of his family. He's a classic end result of what happens when kids are introduced to hunting and fishing at a very early age. And this young man's accomplishments have already rivaled those of many adult outdoorsmen. I've known Jared Ing since he was born, and it's been awesome watching him grow into the young sportsman he's become. Last spring, I sent him out with pro staffer Nate Berg after early season panfish moving into the shallows. And since fly fishing and fly tying have become of special interest to Jared as of late, that's the approach he chose to take.
Are you ready, Jared?
Oh, yes.
They begin with a little practicing and tip giving beforehand.
Keep your line up in the air. 10 to 2, 10 to 2. Just nice and easy now, nice and easy. And you want to keep your elbow in, that's the key. Not bad, not bad, not bad at all. Just snap it up in the air, get it up and away from you. It's just keeping it fluid, keeping it fluid, keeping it fluid. The thing about a fly cast is you can't be in a hurry. Behind you nice and soft and let it land. There's a lot to learn in this, and I don't know 10% of it when it comes to fly fishing.
Yeah?
I know enough to be deadly on bluegills and crappies, and that's all that matters to me at the moment. Let's go catch some fish, Jared.
All right.
I want you to outfish me about 15 to 1. Well, Jared had a little hot spot that him and his dad frequent, and he said, you better grab the Polaris.
I hope they're in there. It's been a while and they haven't been in there hard yet. They should be. I got my love for fishing when my dad took me fishing. I don't know when the first time was, but it was a very long time ago.
I'm so ready for this. Grab our stuff, buddy.
All right.
It's early season, so all the bluegills and crappies are looking for warm water to warm up their bodies, get producing eggs and eating and all that good stuff. So when we got back there, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be fun. So Jared, what color works good here?
Brighter colors.
Okay, so not necessarily a naturally looking fly.
They'll go for anything that's bright.
Here, fishy, fishy, fishy. Short little cast, you're doing quite well.
I'm just trying to keep it in here because that seems like there might be a good spot just in there. There's one.
There, Jared's got one. Good job, buddy.
Not getting one that quick might be a good sign. That could mean they're in here now.
I sure hope you're right, bud. I'm gonna move down below you here.
Nice little sunfish right there.
You seem to have a few there. Now, were you working it fast, Jared?
Yeah. Then when it came right to the bank, I just kind of let it sit and then lifted it up and it was on.
Oh, yeah. Hey, it's a crappie. Oh, he just got off.
Oh, there's one.
There you go, buddy. There's one. Oh, what do we got? We got ourselves another crappie. Crappie, crappie, Jared.
You got a crappie?
Yes, sir.
Nice.
You got that net handy?
Yeah, I'll get it quick.
Yeah, we're gonna need the net. I barely got him hooked here. I mean, barely got him hooked. Oh.
Get him it.
There you go, good job.
Nice.
Nice crappie. Oh. Never know what you're gonna catch fly fishing, do you?
No, I caught a dogfish the other week.
It's got beautiful spawn colors. That's a male. You see how black he's getting.
Yeah.
It's that time of the year, springtime.
Finally.
Hard to beat a fly.
Haven't seen them in here yet, and maybe they're
Well, there you go.
starting.
If you're willing to take them over there.
Yeah.
And why don't you move down this way? That's the second one I've had.
Yeah, I'll move down
Okay.
this way now. I got my interest in fly fishing from, well, my dad. He has fly fished a lot before. His dad was also very big into fly fishing.
Where they're at is right over this way. A little bit farther out. Try to get out by that clump of lily pad root.
He took me fly fishing the first time about 2 years ago.
You got one?
Yep.
Oh yeah, crappie. Or wait.
It looks like a sunny. There it looked like, yep.
Oh, it's a big sunny. Yeah, good job. So Jared and I are using, well, I have a 5-weight, Jared has a 6-weight rod. It's the perfect weighted rods for fly fishing for bluegills and crappies.
What's the limit?
The limit is 20 bluegills and 10 crappies a piece.
A piece.
And hopefully at the end of the day, we'll have that. All right, Jared, let's get ready to go here.
Continuing now with early season Minnesota panfish.
You want to go grab the fly rods out of the back seat.
When the wind kicks up, making fly rodding more difficult, the boys decide on the switch of tactics.
Well, I'm going to get on the trolling motor here, Jared.
All right.
And we're going to go back in this little canal. A lot of times the bluegills are back in there, just like they are in the channel that we were at.
In their minds, it's all about catching as many fish as they can, regardless of the method.
Just trying to find the warmest water of the lake. The main lake is still in the 40s yet, so hopefully there's something here. I want to cast towards the shore over there, or towards the docks.
Oh, there's a few. There's one. Little guy.
Hey, we got one.
I saw at least 3 of them down there, but this is a little guy.
Well, it's a start, Jared.
Yeah. Well,
What color? Same one?
I have an ant on this thing. It's
Do ya?
Yeah.
I got one. Yeah. Little guy.
With these fly rods, these little ones hold the rod pretty good too. I think they want it to go slow here. Seem to stop.
It seems that way, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's different everywhere. You can go fast and you can go slow. Oh,
There's another one. What do we got? What do we got? Oh, he's a better one.
it's an okay size.
Yeah. Giving the old 5-weight a good workout.
Yeah.
Oh, how I love catching nice bluegills. There you
There's
go.
one. That's
all right.
That's a bigger one, it seems like. Is that a crappie?
What you got?
No, it's just a sunny.
Keeper? Oh yeah. All right. Why do you like fly fishing so much, Jared?
It's different. Little keeps you entertained longer.
Yeah.
Makes you a little less impatient. Because you know sometimes.
Does it have anything to do with the fact that a lot of times you can catch more fish doing it?
Yeah, sometimes. It's nice catching more. I do.
Hey, there he
Another
is
one.
again. Jared strikes again.
Oh, that's a nice one too.
Good job, bud. This spot here is Spring Bluegill 101. It's exactly what you're looking for. It's a muddy bottom, it's shallow when it warms up fast.
There's one. Oh, that's a big one.
Is
That's
it?
a really big one.
Need a net?
Maybe. Oh, that's a bass.
Oh, it's a bass. Let me grab the net.
Can't really hoist him up, he's too heavy.
He's a crappie net type of fish right there. There you go. Good job.
Thank you.
It's not easy fly fishing in this wind.
No.
My goal was to fly fish the whole day because I enjoy catching fish any way possible. But Mother Nature had something else for us. She said, no, I'm gonna blow. It's gotta be blowing 30 miles an hour. We decided to pick up the spinning rods and go to town. Now, as you can see, we're using fire line. It's 4-pound test, 1-pound diameter, making for long casts with really, really light tackle. And the beauty of the fire line is it just whips right through the wind and doesn't catch it at all. All right, what do you got? No,
sunny.
big gill.
Big sunny.
Talked about the line being a major factor in your castability, but it all starts with your rod. We're using a 6'9" Panfish Series rod from St. Croix. It's an ultralight rod. It really has a good whip to get that bobber flowing. And when you load up that rod and let it fly, it's gonna go. So if you team up the rod with the line that we're using, you can cast 50 yards. It's really, there's one. Yeah, they are right next to that dock.
That's where they were when you were fly fishing.
Yep. Hey, Skill. Oh, yeah. Take him home with us, Jared.
There's one.
Look at that, you got one.
That's a sunny.
You got a keeper? Oh yeah, look at that dandy. Even though the bluegills are in here using this little shallow mucky bay, there I got one, to warm up, they're still gonna take the ambush spots. That's not bad. And that's why we're trying to get right next to the docks. The docks are a great place for the bluegills to hide, get under shadows, and pick up the feed as it swims by. All right.
That's a sunny.
Oh, dandy. I'm gonna hit right in front of this dock. right in between the two boat covers. It's all about confidence. The more confidence you have, there he is. The more confidence you have, the better off you're going to be. And there's a dandy. There's a dandy.
Up next, Nate Berg takes us out on a midsummer outing when the walleyes are often buried deep into thick weeds. How can the fishermen bring them out and get them to bite? Well, you just watch.
Today we're heading up to a lake that I've done nothing but ice fish on. But I've been on it looking at the creel surveys on the Minnesota Lake Finder app, and it has a large population of really nice walleyes. So here it is, the end of July, and we're gonna go up and pull crawler harnesses, and I guarantee you we're gonna catch a bunch of fish. So what I'm using for a rod is a 7-foot medium light action rod. It's a St. Croix Icon series. It works absolutely perfect for this. Fish right there, good one, good fish. Yes, sir. This is what I've been waiting for all day right here, boys. Oh yeah, look at him down there. That's a dandy walleye right there. Midsummer walleyes on weed edges. Can't go wrong. Hi there, buddy. Hi there. Nice walleye, nice walleye. And that right there is why you have a second hook on a crawler harness. It's a beautiful fish right there. About an 18-inch walleye. Well, let's get her back in the water. Now this is my weed line crawler harness setup. I start with a 1/16 ounce weight. Then I go with a ball bearing swivel. After the swivel, I have about a 4-foot, 17-pound fluorocarbon leader. Then I have a number 5 blade. I like a big wobbly blade, something with a lot of thump to pull the walleyes out of the weeds. Followed by 6 beads, just enough bead length to get that blade above the hook. And I use 2 hooks. Just enough length between the 2 hooks to use a half of a crawler. And that is a perfect weed line setup. Along with the rod, there's one more very important part of fishing crawler harnesses on the weed edges, and that would be no stretch line. You want to be able to feel the second that you get a weed on your rod. Dog days of summer and the walleyes are biting. Nothing wrong with that. A lot of people think of a walleye and they think deep. They think rocks, they think wood, or they think current. But the fact of the matter is, a lot of times in the lakes in northern Minnesota, walleyes are in weeds. I would guess a majority of the walleyes in this lake are in weed beds like this one, and shallow. As it gets later on here in the day, we'll keep on moving shallow. We've been fishing anywhere from 10 to 14 feet, depending on where the weed line allows us. And what the fish do is they bury in the weeds because that's the coolest place of the whole lake. They have shade, they have lots of oxygen, and they have lots of food. There's a fish. Oh, this is a good fish. There she is, right there. Oh boy. Wow. It's a good fish right there. Beautiful fish, let's get her back. There's a couple of things that I look for personally in summertime weedline walleyes. Number 1, a sharp wall of weeds. What the walleyes do is they lay in the weeds in an ambush point. They feel that vibration of the spinner and they come shooting out and they see that night crawler there and they nail it. Boat control and speed are huge when you're pulling crawler harnesses on weed lines. I've fished a lot with crawler harnesses. It's one of my favorite ways to catch midsummer walleyes. So I know that the magic speed is right around 1 mile an hour. Ooh, there's one. There's one. Got her. All right. What do we got here? Went down in the weeds. But not today. There she is. All right. I don't know how many I've caught that size today. But that's a dandy walleye. got it. Whatever it is. Oh man, I didn't think I was gonna catch this one. It was just tick, 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 and I had the feeder line. Feels pretty heavy, whatever it is. There it is. Hell, it's another walleye. One more, I'll just hoist her in. Ooh, I barely got her. Nice. But you know what I think you guys should do at home? I think you should go make your own crawler harnesses, find a lake that has some walleyes with a good weed line, and go give this technique a try. Let's let her go. What a great day.
You know, I can't even begin to recount all of the hunting and fishing trips my daughters and I have shared. But they've all had a chance to be immersed in the opportunities. Some take to various activities more than others, and I'm proud to say that each and every one of them still takes part in hunting and fishing in varying degrees as adults. As a fisherman, Nate Berg came up the same way. In fact, as a youngster, he demonstrated a hunger for fishing I've never seen before. At the age of 10, he set the personal goal of fishing for as many days straight as he possibly could. After 121 consecutive days, his fishing streak was featured on his hometown newspaper, and outdoor shows were taking notice too. NBC Nightly News came calling upon the 1-year mark. After 500 straight days, Blair, Wisconsin celebrated Nate Berg Day. Nate's streak was featured in People magazine and went on to the AP Newswire. My crew showed up to feature Nate's example in August of 1990, and to make a long story short, his streak of consecutive days of fishing ended at 1,261. We befriended each other, and I kept track of Nate through college, after which he came calling for a job as a cameraman. Well, as it's plain to see, not only did he get hired, Nate Berg is now also hosting shows and still setting an example for other young fishermen to follow. So the bigger point of today's show? Thank you to every parent, grandparent, uncle, aunt, friend, neighbor, or anyone who's encouraged young people to get involved in the outdoor traditions that so many of us love. Not only are the rewards lifelong to individuals, hopefully they'll be passed along to members of many other generations to come. I'm Babe Winkelman. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, everybody, hey, good fishing.